Two sisters diving in a ruined underwater city soon discover they've entered the territory of the most dangerous shark species in the claustrophobic maze of submerged caves. The movie begins with two sisters, Mia and Sasha. The two teenagers are not getting along. Mia is an introvert and finds it difficult to blend in. In school, we see that Catherine, a bully, pushes Mia into the water and claims it was a mistake. She tells Sasha that her sister is lame, and Sasha claims that Mia is not her sister and walks away. Sasha's mom, Jennifer, who is married to Mia's dad, Grant, comes to pick them up and drives home. We see Grant's assistants Ben and Carl loading oxygen tanks while the three arrive from school. Grant observes Mia soaking wet and questions Sasha about it. He tells her that they have to look out for each other. Jennifer goes to talk with Mia. She tells Mia that she is strong. Jennifer tries to encourage her that they are family, but Mia replies that she is not my sister. In the evening, they were having a meal when Grant shows Mia the tooth of a great white shark. He discovered a passageway during his cave diving expedition. She asks how it got there. He explains that it might have swum in and gotten lost many years ago. He tells them about his plans to map the new passageway he found. Grant breaks the good news of Mia and Sasha's diving expedition. However, Sasha seems not to like the idea and tells them she has plans with her friends, but Jennifer insists that they spend quality time together. She leaves the table angrily. In another scene, Grant and his two assistants, Ben and Carl, goes to drop them off. They tease Mia as they drive off to the newly discovered passage nearby. The girls see that Catherine is there with her friends. Sasha's friends Alexa and Nicole drive up to steal Sasha away. She reluctantly convinces Mia to come along since she would rather be anywhere than stuck with Catherine. The girls give Catherine the middle finger and drive off. The girls arrive near a cliffside close to a cave. Sasha asks how they found out about the place. Alexa tells her that Ben took her there. They all dive in. Mia starts having fun with them and builds a bond. They see a lot of scuba gear that Ben left on Grant's instructions. They soon realize they are at the entrance of an ancient city that Grant was talking about. Mia is worried that they will be in trouble if Grant finds them, but Alexa tells them they are on the other side, mapping out the tunnel. Mia explains that the cave under the water is an ancient Mayan city and was buried due to the rise in sea levels. Wow! She is smart! Alexa claims Ben has taken her cave diving, claiming it was mind-blowing. Nicole prompts them to go, but Mia disagrees, and they cheer her up with the revolutionary experience she would gain. They all wore the gear and dive and straight away. Alexa gives them instructions to take her lead. They check their tank gauges to ensure it's a 100% and put on their torches. They go down the caves with a lot of narrow corners. They see a lot of carvings, ancient statues and more amazing edifice. They plan to head to the altar and circle back when Nicole spots something unusual. She claims she saw it moving and goes to search for it. They call Nicole, but she is reluctant and still goes ahead. They spot a fish called the Mexican tetra, a blind cave fish that evolved without light and uses heightened senses to move to its destination. Nicole tries to touch it when it screams, as she reacts and hits a pillar. The pillar falls, causing a disturbance and making them unintentionally split up. Mia is scared and tries to find them, calling out their names. Mia comes across Ben, which means that Carl and Grant are pretty close. Not long, Alexa comes to meet them and apologies to Ben as Shark pops out and kills Ben. He shouts in pain. The two are scared as they shout in fear. Sasha and Nicole comes to meet them. Alexa explains that a shark just killed Ben. Nicole does not believe them. As they enter the narrow part of the cave, the shark pops out and tries to eat them. The constant hitting of the shark makes the causes disturbance and blocks the entrance of the cave. They were all panicking when they saw a line that Ben carried that could lead them to Carl and Grant. Mia observes that the great white shark is blind like the tetra fish. They agree to follow the line. The girls kept going deeper where the line leads. They see skulls on their path. Soon enough, they discovered that the line had cut, but they kept going. Mia spots an item they believe belongs to Ben. Suddenly the shark pops out and eats it up. They immediately stay silent as the shark scours above them. Their oxygen alarm starts beeping as they tried to flee, following a small narrow passage beside them. The shark attempts to enter but cannot. They make it into an air pocket to get oxygen while trying to figure out the next move. They hear music coming from below the water. Mia decides to check it out as they agree it would be a waste of oxygen if they all go. In another scene, we see Carl listening to music while working. A dark shadow flies behind him. The music goes off as Carl suspects Ben and Grant are messing with him. He sees that his radio was broken. He attempts to look around when the shark sneaks up on him, shredding him to pieces as an emergency alarm goes off. Mia hears the alarm and swims toward it. She takes a look around and discovers Carl's remains. In fear, Mia starts panicking. She immediately gets touched by something or someone. She realizes it is her dad. He questions her actions and instantly calms her down. As they headed towards the location, girls, they sighted the shark coming behind Grant and Mia. They were consecutively hitting stones on the rock to distract the shark from eating them, fending it off using a blowtorch. They swim to the surface, believing they got rid of the shark. Grant gives them instructions as to how to use the harness. Alexa starts climbing when they spot a shark in the water. In fear for her life, Nicole gets on the rope pulling Alexa down. They notice 2 sharks in the water. Grant tells them that the rope will not hold. The rope shifts, making Alexa's head below the water. A shark almost bit it off, but she immediately raises her head. He tells her to unhook herself from the harness as Nicole reaches the top, but she slips and immediately falls. The shark devours her immediately. They shout for help while using the emergency alarm. They notice that the alarm scared off the sharks because of the high frequency. Grant and the girls then figure they must swim back toward the ocean to get out of there. Moments later, a shark kills Grant. They are not so sure the alarm has anything to do with the shark's disappearance, but they decide to try. They see the shark circling around them as the current in the cave suck them in. Mia and Alexa hold on to the rocks, but Sasha gets sucked in and is believed dead. The 2 girls decided they had to keep going. It was a struggle going against the current, but they held on to themselves. They reach a hole when a shark pops out, drags Alexa's gear, and pulls her in as Mia gets pulled by the current. Alexa quickly releases the gear and tries to swim to the top but drowns. Mia kept falling when Sasha catches her. They entered a nearby tunnel where the current could not pull them. Soon enough, they get to a dead end with low oxygen. Upon seeing a shark, they entered a very tight corner and began swimming. Their oxygen was already exhausted when they discovered they were almost at the surface. They release their oxygen tank as Mia gets stuck, and Sasha helps her out. They both swim to the top. They come across a boat and attempt to signal it. It turns out that it was the boat that they would have boarded for the expedition to see the sharks. Someone on the boat is listening to music and cannot hear the girls calling, so he throws chum into the water to attract sharks. This attracts a few more sharks to the area. Mia and Sasha slam on the glass in front of the guests, then dash to alert the crew. Mia makes it back to the boat, but a shark attacks Sasha. Mia grabs a flare gun and leaps into action to save Sasha by shooting the flare at the shark's face. Just as they are about to return, another shark grabs Mia and pulls her in. She frees herself by slicing across the shark's side, injuring it and thus freeing herself. Before another shark can get Mia, the people on the boat pull her in. Mia and Sasha are the only survivors at the end of a terrifying experience. The girls receive medical attention, but Mia and Sasha are glad they still have each other. The end. Comment below if you feel for Mia and Sasha.